video, we are looking at installing passenger foot pegs on Rick's Iron 883. The left side is already done. That one's pretty straightforward. However, the right side is a little bit more complicated, and we're going to show you why.
I might have popped the header off.
So, explain what's having to be done right now.
No, I have to move the header pipes off the exhaust out of the way so I can get the master cylinder out. Which I gotta find I'm gonna have to drop the whole thing out. Can't get in there with that. So I'm gonna have to drop this right down. Yay!
So essentially, to get the passenger foot peg on, the master cylinder is going to have to be moved.
Yep.
And the exhaust has to be moved in the process. You had to disconnect.
Oh, there's pipe.
Yeah, you had to disconnect your oxygen sensor.
Yeah, you disconnect your oxygen sensor. The right rear oxygen O2 sensor is right here, right there, and your front cylinder O2 oxygen sensor is hooked up right here. You do not want to wreck those, pinch those, twist those, do anything with those legs. So I do give kudos to Harley on that one. I need to get this bar out of the way. Let's take that off too. It's this crossover pipe. I know a lot of people just cut them off and then plug the holes. Because this is... I'd have to take all this off to get this bracket. And I don't want to do that. It's crossover pipe. I might have to take the bracket off. I gotta take the master cylinder off, the original bracket out. Just to get the foot peg bracket.
Alright, Rick's taking a quick break so I can give you a better idea of what it is that needs to be done. So first off, here is the replacement foot peg. This is the new mounting bracket, and this has to go on the frame over here. However, the way this is with the Iron 883 is the bracket that the master cylinder is currently sitting on has to come off. Harley says to discard those. No, you always keep things. You never throw anything away. So that bracket's going to go on here, and the master cylinder will be mounted to the new bracket. Now, to be able to get to this point, Rick actually had to disconnect his one exhaust pipe from the actual head, making sure he did not wreck his gasket. He had to remove, what's this, the crossover bracket?
No, it's just the muffler bracket.
The muffler bracket? Okay, he had to remove that piece so that he could slide this down. Over here, he had to...
It's the bottom flange bolt.
The bottom flange bolt right in here, he said he had to loosen it, the top one, but this one was actually not even tightened from the factory.
It wasn't even torqued.
It wasn't torqued, it wasn't tightened, so he had an exhaust leak to begin with.
That could explain why it didn't tune properly.
Yeah, and that's why his bike never tuned properly with the Vance & Hines Fuel Pack 3. So as you can see, this is a very involved job.
Just for a foot peg.
For a foot peg, yes. But it'll be worth it in the end.
show my little seat.
Yes. He's in the
My little 70s choppers.
He's in the process of creating a 70s chopper bobber. So we got the passenger pillion and the backrest. We ordered a new seat from Harley that's going to be off of an iron, not an iron, 48. So we'll give another update once this is done. Okay. Further update. This is the original bracket that he took off. And here is the new bracket for the foot peg that he put on. So as you can see, this is how it's mounted. And you said this was a
5/16 Allen.
5/16 Allen. And he did use blue thread lock in here. Here, here, and here.
50 foot-pounds of torque.
And 50 foot-pounds of torque. This will be mounted up in here. And once he does that, he can start putting everything back together. Okay, we're going to do a little follow-up video on the passenger pegs for Rick's Iron 883. It is bright and sunny, and I'm going to show you what exactly he's got done here. So first off, this is the right side. And as you can see, this is very, very straightforward. It just bolts on right here. The hardest part about this is a little snap ring that you have to fit on right in here. And it's very, very straightforward. However, walking around here, more light, this is not. See, this is with it all put together. In here is the passenger peg, and it has the same snap ring right down in here. However, what he had to do is he had to drop his exhaust, and he had to put it all back together. He had to remount this master cylinder to the new bracket. So it was a lot more involved. You had to bring that down in here and bolt everything back together.